A Nike Superbad 6.0 retails for $60. According to Nike's fiscal year 2025 annual report filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, their gross margin runs at 42.7%. That means a $60 glove costs Nike approximately $34 to produce. The other $26 is not better grip. It is the broadcast deal, the endorser, the logo on the sideline. That $26 has a name. Call it the grip tax. Every brand on this list has eliminated the grip tax. These are the 5 brands most football players have never heard of. The ones who have are not telling anyone. Before we get into the brands, you need one test. Soak any glove palm for 10 seconds under a tap. Then grip a ball. If the tackiness holds, the grip technology is real. If it disappears, you just paid for a dry weather glove dressed up as all weather. The Nike Superbad fails this test. Every brand on this list passes it. Run that test before you buy another pair of gloves in your life. Cutters was founded in 1997. The Rev Pro 6.0 uses Air C-Tac grip, a perforated silicone palm that is self-restoring. Silicone-based compounds maintain tackiness across a wider temperature range than polyurethane alternatives, which is why the grip holds in cold and wet conditions where cheaper compounds stiffen and fail. When the grip fades from dirt or moisture, wipe the palm with a damp cloth, and the tackiness returns. No other glove at this price point offers that. The Nike Superbad does not offer that. When MagnaGrip fades, it fades. Here is why Cutters can build this and price it below Nike. Cutters was acquired by Shock Doctor in 2012, then absorbed into United Sports Brands, a private equity portfolio company owned by Norwest Equity Partners. No publicly traded parent, no shareholder margin extraction, no NFL broadcast contract to service. The overhead structure is shared across multiple product lines, rather than carrying the full weight of a global broadcast empire. That shows up in the price. But here is what the Cutters website does not advertise loudly enough. The C-Tac palm runs thicker than the silicone layer on comparable Nike gloves, which means as the top layer wears down through a season of use, there is more grip material underneath it. A Nike Superbad and a Cutters Rev Pro both lose their surface tackiness over time. The Cutters still has grip left when the Nike does not. Multiple independent equipment reviews and player forums confirm the same pattern. Mid-season, the Cutters Rev Pro is still gripping. The Superbad is being sprayed with stickum, hoping something works. At $45 to $50 retail, it undercuts the Superbad by $10 to $15 on every pair. Cutters is owned by Shock Doctor, the mouthguard company, which means the overhead structure is shared across 2 product lines rather than carrying the full weight of a global broadcast empire. That shows up in the price. The grip outlasts the price difference by a full half season. A glove that costs less and grips longer is not an underdog. It is a decision the marketing budget is working very hard to prevent you from making, and that is only the beginning of how far that tax reaches. Nxtrnd, launched in 2018. Built entirely direct-to-consumer, no wholesale distribution, no Dick's Sporting Goods end cap, no NFL licensing deal, no private equity parent extracting margin before the glove reaches your hands. Nxtrnd is privately held with no conglomerate owner, which means every dollar of margin goes back into the product, not into a fund's quarterly return. The G2 uses NXT Grip, a silicone palm formula that multiple player reviews describe as stickier out of the box than Nike MagnaGrip, at a retail price of $35 to $45. That is $20 to $30 less than the Superbad. The G2 is SFIA certified for NFHS and NCAA play. But here is the gap the price does not explain. Nxtrnd built the G2 palm to extend down past the wrist and wrap around the pinky finger, creating a larger catching surface than any comparable glove at this price. More palm coverage means more grip contact on the ball. More contact means fewer drops on awkward routes. Nike does not do this. The Superbad palm ends at the standard wrist line. Nxtrnd extended the engineering past the line Nike drew. The result is grip where it actually matters. Player forums consistently report the same initial reaction. Skepticism at the name, and then they say these grip better than my Nikes. Then they tell one teammate. They do not post about it. They just keep buying. You are paying the grip tax for a smaller grip surface and a brand name conditioned into you since you were 8 years old. And Nxtrnd is charging you $35 for the grip. Nothing else. And what comes next built the grip tax into the product itself, and then sold you the antidote. If you are rethinking how you buy football gloves after this, hit subscribe. We test what the marketing buries. And the next brand on this list has been outperforming Nike in receiver gloves for over a decade, with a grip technology that restores itself in the rain. Grip Boost. A Nike Superbad costs $60. A Grip Boost Stealth 6.0 costs $30 to $45. Grip Boost is privately held, with no corporate acquisition, no parent conglomerate, and no private equity extracting margin before the glove reaches your hands. It was founded by Matt Furstenberg, a former Baltimore Ravens tight end, along with a team of chemical engineering doctorates from the University of Maryland. Furstenberg had worn Nike gloves in the NFL and watched them lose grip within a few plays. He stopped buying them and built a replacement. The Stealth 6.0 uses Boost Plus grip technology built on modified chitosan, a natural biopolymer derived from crab shells and developed through research at the University of Maryland. The chitosan formula creates an adhesive-like film on the palm surface that does not transfer residue to the ball. Multiple independent grip comparisons consistently rank it above MagnaGrip in wet conditions. At $30 to $45 retail, it is the most affordable legitimate skill position glove on this list. But here is what makes Grip Boost different from every other brand on this list. They also make a legal grip enhancement gel, the original Grip Boost product, approved by NFHS and NCAA, and it works with any glove, including Nike. Knowing how much the gel improves MagnaGrip tells you how much MagnaGrip needed improving in the first place. Tyreek Hill, the fastest player in the NFL, wears Grip Boost. Rashee Rice of the Kansas City Chiefs wears Grip Boost, not because of an endorsement contract in the traditional sense, but because the grip works at the speed the game operates at the highest level. Player accounts on our Football Equipment and Football Scoop Equipment manager surveys confirm the same pattern at every level below that. Coaches who discover Grip Boost stop ordering Nike for their skill position players, not because they are making a brand statement, but because the drops go down. At $30 to $45 for a glove that outperforms a $60 Nike in wet conditions, the math does not need a calculator. It needs one rainy game day. A glove built by players who knew what was missing from every glove already on the shelf. This is what the shelf looks like when the engineer was also the customer. Grip Boost is the most affordable brand on this list. The next one is less known and has a guarantee that Nike, Under Armour, and Cutters will not put in writing. No broadcast deal, no endorser contract. The whole price is in the palm. The next brand takes that same principle and prints it across the glove itself. Battle was built specifically for football, nothing else. No running shoe division, no lifestyle clothing line, no NFL uniform contract to protect. Privately held and football only. Battle has none of Nike's broadcast infrastructure, no sports marketing contracts, and no demand creation budget. Their margin goes somewhere else. The Ultra Stick receiver glove retails for $30 to $50. The palm uses a high-density silicone matrix, a compound structure where silicone particles are packed at a higher concentration than standard receiver gloves, increasing surface contact area per square centimeter of palm. In plain terms, more grip surface touches the ball on every catch. Grip ratings from equipment reviewers consistently place it at or above Nike MagnaGrip out of the box. The word "battle" is printed across the palm, which is either the most confident product placement in football equipment or the most honest piece of marketing in the category. Both are probably true. But here is the thing about battle that the big brands do not want you to calculate. Battle does not pay celebrity endorsers. Battle does not pay for broadcast placement. Battle does not run national advertising campaigns. Every dollar of margin that Nike spends on Odell Beckham content and stadium signage is a dollar that did not go into the glove. Battle's margin goes into the palm compound. Player reviews on Amazon, over 1,000 ratings on multiple models, consistently note the same thing. Grip is there. Price is fair. The brand does not have the sideline presence, but the hands that use it know what it delivers. You are not paying the grip tax. You are paying for the glove. When those are the same thing, you win. When they are not, someone else does. The last brand on this list has never paid for a single advertisement. Their guarantee is the only marketing they have ever needed. Phenom Elite, the brand that nobody, outside of serious high school and college equipment circles, has heard of. Privately held, founded by athletes, no corporate acquisition, no private equity parent, no conglomerate extracting margin before the glove reaches the equipment room. The one that has been quietly building market share in exactly the demographic that tests gear hardest: Friday night players who cannot afford to replace gloves mid-season. The receiver gloves retail for $35 to $55. The palm compound is a high-tax silicone that independent reviewers consistently rank competitive with or above MagnaGrip at the same or lower price. The brand backs every pair with a 45-day durability guarantee and an unlimited defective guarantee. Nike offers neither. Under Armour offers neither. Cutters offers neither on most lines. But here is what the Phenom Elite guarantee actually tells you. A brand that offers an unlimited defective guarantee on a glove is a brand that is confident in the construction. That guarantee is the opposite of the marketing tax on your palm. Instead of charging you for the brand, they are betting on the product. Nike does not offer that because Nike does not need to. The brand does the work that a guarantee would otherwise have to do. Phenom Elite does not have that brand equity, so they put the confidence into writing instead. Multiple college program equipment managers have noted the same pattern on equipment forums. The brand is unknown to fans. It is not unknown to the people buying gloves in bulk for players who will destroy them in practice. When the people closest to the equipment, the ones who watch gloves fail and succeed every single week, are quietly ordering a brand that nobody on television is wearing. That is the most honest product review in the industry. Just the guarantee. Across all 5 brands, one truth stands out. The marketing tax on your palm is real, measurable, and has nothing to do with grip. Nike's own Securities and Exchange Commission filing confirms a 42.7% gross margin. Every brand on this list carries no broadcast contract, no celebrity budget, no conglomerate parent. That money stayed in the palm compound. Run the wet test. Soak the palm, grip the ball, count to 10. The brands on this list pass. Most of the Dick's Sporting Goods wall does not. In football equipment, the grip tax is always optional. You just have to know it exists. Drop a comment with the glove you are currently in. The answer from someone who has played in both tells you more than any review. Subscribe if you want more of this every week. Know what you are paying for before you pay for it. The game deserves better than the marketing. See you in the next one.